day 2 of Don We Now My Gay Opinions. I'm Donnie, and I'll be sharing my gay opinions of the movie Christmas Unwrapped on Lifetime. In this movie, we follow a young woman who works for a it's called a newspaper in New York City, filmed in Canada. During the opening credits, we see her sleeping, and right next to her alarm clock is a stack of books written by like Robin Roberts, Barbara Walters, Diane Sawyer. So we have a professional journalist woman on our hands. Within the first 2 minutes, her roommate says, "All you ever think about is work." So we know she's serious. We also know she's no nonsense because she doesn't let her roommate decorate for Christmas until 2 weeks before. She doesn't want to be bothered with Christmas spirit until 14 days before. So that's where the movie begins. 14 days before Christmas, this woman's roommate is finally allowed to decorate. So on her way to work, Charity, played by Amber Stevens, you may know her from Greek, some other things. Greek's the only thing I think she's good in, but she's fine in this. So on her way to work, Charity stops at the newsstand and bumps into this man, Eric, and he wants to put invitations to this Christmas event he's having in the paper. No nonsense Charity says, you have to go through the proper avenues to advertise in the paper. And he says, "You're not gonna tell on me, are you?" And she said, "I'll let this one slide, but never again." She plays by the rules. She hates Christmas. She wants to be a journalist, and her blog just ain't cutting it anymore. So she arrives at her office for the Times Square Journal, you know, the biggest newspaper in New York besides the New York Times. And her boss, played by Cheryl Ladd of Charlie's Angels fame, says, "We have an important article to write." And the article is a spotlight on this charity organization, Never Stop Believing, run by, you guessed it, Eric Gallagher, the man from the newsstand. Every Christmas, Eric has 12 events leading up to Christmas Day, giving away free Christmas trees to renting out movie theaters for 24 hours and letting people come free of charge to watch Christmas movie marathons, or he rents out full skating rinks. Just whatever Christmas thing you can think of, Eric got it down. That is all just leading up to his big Christmas Day giveaway, where he gives thousands of gifts away. Whatever people want most, Eric makes happen. And people have asked in the past, "Eric, how do you make this happen?" And he always says, "Santa." This is not cutting it for Cheryl Ladd. She wants to get to the bottom of this. She wants to know why, who is funding this. So she wants to know where this money comes from, because there's no paperwork for this charity. Also, it's not lost on me that this woman's name is Charity, and she has to get the scoop on this charity organization. That's a little too on the nose. I think we can do better. And I know Lifetime movies love to name their bitches like Noelle and Holly, Eve, and shit like that, but Charity, working with a charity, come on. So the top reporter is away on a family emergency. We never know what that is. But the top reporter suggests to Cheryl Ladd that Charity writes this article. So that Cheryl Ladd brings her in and she's like, "I hope I can trust ya." Charity says, "Oh, well, yes, of course. I'm no nonsense. I hate Christmas. I'm here to get the scoop." So that's how we get into this situation. And like, it still doesn't really make sense to me why this needs to be an article, but Cheryl Ladd needs to know. So she just says, "He may have good intentions, but we need to get to the bottom of this." So I mean, it is what it is. Charity's picked to write this article, and Eric agrees to talk to the press. However, he has one condition, and that condition is he will not speak to a reporter about this unless the reporter goes to all 12 Christmas events. So Charity says, "That's a lot of Christmas." And he says, "Is that a problem?" She's like, "No, but we know it is." So we follow Charity going to these events, and with each one it becomes more obvious that A, she's falling in love with him, and B, she is starting to like get sucked into the Christmas spirit. But at every single event, whether it's a little kid or Eric's best friend, or a little kid and Eric's best friend, there's always someone that's like, "Don't hurt him. We hope you're writing this article for the good reasons." Like, we get it. Just let Charity do her thing, please. Put on your goddamn ice skates and let's get a move on. But by day 3, Charity starts to crack. She's at her apartment and she makes a cup of hot chocolate and her roommate says, "Hot chocolate? You never drink hot chocolate." You would have thought she was doing lines off of, I don't know, the nativity set, the way the roommate acts. Lady, it's just hot chocolate. With that said, they did something right because I made some. So then by day 4, Eric makes something magical happen. Guys, I cried. For 45 minutes into this movie, I cried. I feel like I'm Charity. I came into this project and I just wanted to be sassy and snarky. The show's called Donny Now Are Gay something. The show's called something about gay opinions. Here I am, crying. So here we are. So the movie progresses, she starts to fall in love with him more and more, she starts to believe in Christmas more and more, but there's still this deadline and still this responsibility of writing this article. Now you guys know I love How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, the Kate Hudson classic. And that movie gives me anxiety because you know that eventually the shit's gonna hit the fan. And that is where I was with this movie because you know she has this responsibility to tell the truth. She's a reporter, she's a journalist, she's most importantly a blogger. She's gonna need to provide facts in this article and get to the scoop, as Cheryl had said. He may have good intentions, but we need to get to the bottom of this. And that's exactly what Charity has to do. Is she gonna choose love or her career? I don't know. And quite frankly, it's upsetting me and giving me a stomachache. I'm all about Christmas spirit and finding true love, but I don't want this woman to lose her job over it. But I also don't want her to lose chance at love because of this article. It's really a tough situation. So then 3 days before Christmas, Charity stumbles across the truth of the whole, organization. And she's just as torn as I am. She doesn't know what to do. So then, I'm not gonna ruin it. She has to decide whether to trust her integrity or go forward with this story. So she chooses one of those. And then just like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, all the shit goes down at the Christmas Eve gala when they're in formal wear. We get it. Formal wear and drama it's why Gossip Girl lasted so long, because it certainly wasn't the plot. What bothers me, though, is that Charity's father said to her earlier in the film, "Are you excited about the Christmas Eve gala? I hear Sarah Jessica Parker's gonna be there." Dear viewer, Sarah Jessica Parker was not there. You did me once with Holiday and Urkel, but now you're doing it with Sarah Jessica Parker at this gala. And I should have known that she was not gonna show up. But when you say I hear she's gonna show up, let's have her show up. Fool me twice, shame on me. Let's see, a third time. If it happens again, we're gonna have issues. Big ones. So let's get to the naughty and the nice. The naughty, I think it's predictable, as all of these movies will. That will probably be my thing for the next 25 days. We've seen it numerous times. So it's predictable. This one is predictable also in a way where you know what's going to be the end game for everyone that enters the screen. Anytime a new character came, I was like, oh, they're going to fall in love with that person because they're both looking for love or something like that. This girl needs a new mom. This lady wants to have kids. We get it. The nice of it is, I don't care. And maybe it is because this has been such a year that we just need to find happiness where it is. Maybe this movie came to me at a time when I needed it most, but like I said earlier, I started this to be mean and to be a real Scrooge, but I think you might have got a tiny Tim in me yet. God bless us, everyone. So, thank you for watching day 2 of Donny Now My Gay Opinions. If you have gay opinions of your own, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to talk to you about this movie. Tomorrow we'll be watching Operation Christmas Drop on Netflix. And with that, let's drink our hot chocolate. Very hot chocolate. That wasn't scripted. My mouth hurts.